Do you believe in monsters? If not, tonight's episode just might convince you otherwise. Come down to the lab for monstrous snacks and eerie hacks, all inspired by iconic movie monsters. I'm Nick, and welcome to Practical Peculiarities. Tonight on this lab, I have quick and easy ideas for your next monster bash. Up first, Monster Cheese Toasties. To start, lay slices of white bread out on a baking tray. I love this hack because you can make so many at once. Take some melted butter and brush it on top generously. Flip them over so the butter side is face down. Add a Monster cheese slice on top. 2 pieces of cut Monterey Jack, and top with 1 more slice of Monster cheese. Add a top bread and brush with butter. Fun fact, I learned how to make these when I worked in Disneyland for their Disney College program. They truly are the best grilled cheeses I've ever had. Set your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for 4 minutes. Take them out, flip them over, and bake for 4 to 6 more minutes until the cheese is bubbly and the bread is toasty. Using these monster stencils that I linked below, place it on top and spray it with black food coloring spray. And bam! Perfect Monster Cheese Toasties. Even Dracula agrees that they're the perfect companion to bloody tomato soup. Ugh, so good. For the next hack, I take this monster mask print and place it on a baking tray. I then tape parchment paper on top. From there, I take candy melts and start tracing the design. This technique is about working in layers from dark to light. Once they set, flip them over and you have the perfect monstrous cake toppers. No need to be an artist with this hack. Hors d'oeuvres, anyone? I was gifted these super cool molds from this company called Shaped. So first, I fill them with tiny mozzarella pearls. From there, I place them in a 350-degree oven for 5 minutes, just until they begin to melt. Any longer, and it'll ruin the texture. Since mozzarella is a wet cheese, I sup up the moisture with a paper towel, all while gently pushing the cheese into the mold. After placing them in the fridge for 15 minutes, they pop right out. Now I know this may be controversial, but I believe that Michael, Ghostface, and Jason are our modern monsters. Using edible paint, which is just oil-based food dye, and a drop of vodka, I color them in. From there, I add puff pastry squares to mini muffin slots. Add some Brie cheese and top with canned whole cranberry sauce mixed with a bit of orange juice. I put the mozzarella faces on top, and bam! Perfect hors d'oeuvres. And if all of this is too much work, nobody can resist a simple Frankenfurter. Have you ever walked into a spiderweb by accident? If so, then you've experienced fear. After doing so, your brain fills up with what ifs, and suddenly, it's as if there are spiders crawling all over your body. Even though you know, logically, there's probably no spiders on you. That sensation, that uncomfortable fear of the unknown, is exactly how monsters are made to make us feel. Since the early days of horror cinema, shapes, shades, and shadows have been used to depict this feeling. This idea actually ties back to German Expressionism, an early horror film style used in Nosferatu and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This style used stark contrast, distorted sets, and heavy shadows to create that feeling of unease. Personally, I think films are scarier when they don't show the monster in full light. As soon as I see any scale or fang, the mystery disappears for me. But the idea of catching a glimpse of something moving in the corner sends my imagination running wild. So it leads me to ask, why are we so hungry for fear? Why do we willingly watch scary films and go to haunted houses? Perhaps it's for an adrenaline rush? Or the fact that on the other side of fear, we feel a sense of accomplishment? Fear is a funny thing. I mean, at its core, it's just anticipation of the unknown. So next time you hear something go bump in the night, think twice before running away. There's a 50% chance that the monster you fear lives inside your head. Did you know that you could use pumpkin carving patterns in a different way? So first, I take an X-Acto knife and cut out all the gray spaces. Ooh. Choose a brightly colored shirt. These ones are from the craft store. And add some parchment paper on the inside. This prevents bleeding. Take the stencil and trace it onto the shirt. Fill in the spaces with white school glue. It's best if the glue is thick. For smaller areas, I use a paintbrush. After it's dried completely clear, take a bucket of water and prepare a dye bath using the instructions on the back of the bottle. Dip the shirt in and let it soak for 5 to 10 minutes. You just want this to be an overdye and not completely black. The glue resists the dye, so the design stays. Once soaked, wring it out and give it a good rinse under cold water, just until the water runs clear. And bam! Perfect monster shadow shirts. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Halloween special. Join me next week for the final episode. We'll be conjuring delicious ghosts and telling ghost stories. Also, if you want more peculiarities in your life, check out my cookbook, Peculiar Baking. You'll love it. Please, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, if you hear something go bump in the night, run. Happy Halloween.